You're listening to Four Things to Know, a WCCO daily news podcast.
Today is Monday, June 8th. I'm Johnny Connor. Thank you for watching and listening to Four Things to Know today. Let's get to our first thing to know. After years of planning, construction began this morning at George Floyd Square in Minneapolis. Phase 1 of construction involves underground reconstruction around 38th Street and Chicago Avenue. WCCO's John Lauritsen has been out there all day today. Here's his report from noon.
Really what they're doing right now is replacing underground utilities. That's the plan ahead here. Some of those water and sewer lines that have been there for years. They'll likely work all the way through the summer and even until Thanksgiving out here. Now, with all that being said, part of this area will be closed, but the city says there will be access to homes and businesses above ground. Phase 1 will also include new asphalt on the streets, new sidewalks, and a new bike facility. Project manager Adam Heo says the garden at George Floyd Square will not be impacted during Phase 1.
So this project, these two streets were last reconstructed over 60 years ago. The above and below infrastructure has deteriorated and needs to be replaced. So this is a great opportunity to provide those updates for this area here, as well as in design improvements in terms of bike facility. A lot of pedestrian safety improvements will be added to this project and other improvements as well.
The city says they'll be providing weekly updates on what's happening around this area here at George Floyd Square as far as construction goes. One thing that's come up, though, is a potential assessment. Some homeowners are worried they'll have to foot the bill for all this construction that's taking place through this summer and through the fall, and that's something the city council is going to address later in the week. But that's an issue that's come up in recent days about who's going to pay for all this reconstruction.
Number 2 today, a major update on Minnesota's fraud crisis. A new report released today by the Republican-led House Oversight Committee is exposing more fraud in our state. The report found top state officials ignored clear warning signs of fraud dating back to as early as 2019. Committee members say as much as $9 billion in Medicaid funds and $300 million in child nutrition funds were lost. These findings are the result of over months of investigations and hearings. According to the report, Governor Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison allegedly delayed corrective action instead of stopping those payments out of fear of lawsuits and accusations of discrimination. The House Oversight Committee also spoke to whistleblowers. They're accusing the Walz administration of retaliating against them for raising their concerns. The report says in part, quote, "It is now clear the Walz administration chose to protect the system rather than the taxpayer. Americans are fed up with fraud and expect action from the government entrusted with their hard-earned money," end quote. WCCO reached out to the Office of the Minnesota Attorney General for a statement about this report. The office said, quote, "Needless to say, our office disagrees with much of the contents of the report and believe it mischaracterizes much of what actually happened. Further, the report seems to significantly misunderstand the authority of the Minnesota Attorney General's office," close quote. The committee's chairman also sent a letter to Vice President J.D. Vance based on the report's findings. In the letter, he urges the White House's anti-fraud task force to conduct a thorough review of Minnesota's social services program. Number 3 today, tension in the city of Minneapolis. Disagreements continue to cause problems for your leaders in the city. From ordinances to nominations, they just can't seem to agree, right? And now they're actually getting some outside help. The city hired a consultant and will pay out nearly $1.4 million over the next few years. In the last few months, the council and the mayor have fought over eviction notices, the reappointment of the commissioner of public safety, and of course, most recently, the resignation of Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara. The council and the mayor met last week and came to some agreements. New city council member Pearl Warren called the initial conversations productive. Warren also commented on the cost of the upcoming consulting.
Change costs, effectiveness costs, right? So when you look at how you invest in yourself and how you invest in ensuring that individuals have the proper tools in order to help our city to be more successful, it doesn't come without a price tag.
Group meetings will happen each quarter through the rest of the term. Council members will also have access to individual coaching. Your fourth thing to know today, Annunciation Catholic School will be getting upgrades to their wiffle ball field thanks to the Minnesota Twins. School leaders say the improvements are needed. We spoke with Jimmy Dunn. He's the Annunciation Director of Outreach and Community Life.
It is our gym class. It's every day during the school year. It's wiffle ball tournaments, it's minor league baseball, like, the Minneapolis Millers have end of the year seasons banquets up there. It's quite a hospitality place, and it's been well used, and so it's time for a little bit of love.
The Twins honored Annunciation families at a pregame ceremony. The school has received global support since a shooter opened fire at the school last summer, killing 2 students and wounding many others. Annunciation says they will unveil the renovated field in September. Very nice of the Minnesota Twins to help them out. Always nice to see our team supporting our community, and of course, no better initiative to support right now. Those are the 4 things to know today. Let's get a check-in now on our next weather forecast.
Hi, next weather meteorologist Lisa Meadows. Your forecast tonight dropping down to 68, dry, just some patchy fog. Tomorrow, high temp of 90, heat index in the mid-90s with storms rolling through late.
And now, here's more to know.
Crews are still trying to figure out the cause of a deadly fire from western Minnesota over the weekend. It happened around 1 Sunday morning in Land Township. That's just southwest of Alexandria. The Grant County Sheriff says they responded to multiple reports of a large fire that had spread to nearby structures. Now, by the time the fire crews got on scene, they say all of them were engulfed. And once crews did put out the fires, they found a body in the home. An investigation into the cause of the fire is currently ongoing. We know airport workers have been in the spotlight for about a year now. It's been a long year for them. Today, we're following a press conference about safety at MSP Airport. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison will be joined by others to talk about concerns from workers. They say they deliver food under extreme pressure efficiently to avoid flight delays, but workers today will outline their concerns, and elected officials will detail their demands to remedy those conditions. That's happening again this afternoon. As of this recording, that's not yet taken place, but we will, of course, keep you updated tonight on WCCO TV and our website, WCCO.com. Happening right now, you've got only a few hours left to get a whiff of an event that happens only once every 7 to 10 years. The corpse flower, named Horace, is in bloom at the Como Zoo and Conservatory. The plants grow up to 9 feet tall, and as implied, they let off an intense smell when in bloom. Experts say this rare bloom helps actually draw the attention to efforts of conserving the corpse flower. We spoke with Ariel Dressler, the Como horticulture supervisor.
There's fewer than 1,000 left in the wild. That's due to habitat loss. That area where this plant grows natively is really popular for palm oil plantations.
The flower, they only bloom for a day or two, so if you can make it out there today to really take it in, that's your best bet. The zoo is open from 10 to 6. You'll find the corpse flower in the Japanese garden. If you can get out there tomorrow, I'm sure it might not be as stinky, but it'll still be fun to check out. I cannot say I've been there. We've actually covered this story for, I think, a couple years now, and I've always just found it fascinating how it just gives off such a stench. Yeah, certainly an experience. Here's a really nice story we're following today, a golf clinic for people living with autism. It's happening at the Minneapolis Club in Minneapolis. Participants will rotate through interactive stations, learn how to putt, chip, and swing in a supportive environment. The clinic focuses on inclusion, confidence building, and creating meaningful recreational opportunities. That starts this afternoon at 4 o'clock, and super nice. Get everyone involved in the game. It really is such a special game. Teaches you so many things about life, and to just give more people that opportunity is really nice. Let's get to some more sports headlines today. Vikings minicamp starts tomorrow. Now, unlike the OTAs that have been going on, this is mandatory, but that does not mean we have to see a Harrison Smith sighting. Yeah, the all-pro safety is still unsigned. He's mulling retirement. Now, many thought last year would be his last season, but he's still made no announcement, so we're still waiting. But when you hear Kevin O'Connell talk about it, Ren Clayton says, reading between the lines, this could be a pending yes or no situation that actually plays out well into the regular season.
I think it's probably a deeper conversation than just the want to at this point, and those conversations will take place obviously respectfully for Harrison throughout the summer and where he's at, and then as we get into training camp where he's at, and it could be an ongoing thing. How our season goes and how he views it, and ultimately what that looks like.
Interesting words there. The how he views it part really honestly struck me because you get the sense that if Smith wants to come back and play, he wants to do it for a team that actually has a chance to win. It's not just going to come back and have another lousy season. So not that he was bad last year, but again, the team missed the playoffs. So does he really want to come back if he doesn't think they have a chance to go on a run? So just have to wait and see. I hope he comes back. Just a Vikings all-time great. Let's get to some soccer news. The Men's World Cup just 3 days away from the first game of the 2026 games. And those, of course, will be played across North America. The first game will actually be held Thursday in Mexico. Mexico will take on South Africa. The Korea Republic and Czechia will play later that night. Now, this is just the start of the group stage where groups for all four play each other to determine who advances out to the knockout round. 11 U.S. stadiums have been transformed to host these biggest matchups. And as for the men's U.S. team, they take on Paraguay. That's Friday night, 8 o'clock at SoFi Stadium out in Inglewood, California. And this is pretty good. Despite his new home in Italy, the world's first American Pope still sticking with the Stars and Stripes.
I would certainly support the U.S. I don't know how many games I'll be able to see, but
you'll be there watching.
The best.
Yeah, hopefully they can have a good showing this year. The World Cup will continue through July 19th. Yeah, what? More than 5 weeks.
It's time to take a breath with your Daily Bright Spot.
The most well-known eater was in the Twin Cities this weekend. Joey Chestnut took on 3 Saints fans at CHS Field. The speed eater, I don't even want to read this. The speed eater put down 10 pounds of Juicy Lucy's. Yeah, at least about 10 burgers, right? He did it in about 12 minutes and 15 seconds. Oh my goodness. For reference, that's less than, a typical inning of baseball. Now his competition, get this, they still had 8 burgers to go when he finished his 10 Lucy's. Oh man. I wonder where they got the Lucy's from, because those are hot. Those cheese, coming out of the burgers. Oh, I don't want to see the video. I respect Joey, but I respectfully decline to watch any of competitive eating. Happy for those Saints fans, though. That must have been a little fun, I guess. I'm Johnny Connor. This has been 4 Things to Know. We are here with the news you need every weekday afternoon by 3 o'clock. Thanks so much for checking us out on YouTube today, for listening to us in the car, wherever you get the podcast. We'll, of course, be back with you tomorrow. Have a good Monday night, everybody.
Listen to 4 Things to Know, a WCCO daily news podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.
Love podcasts? Love Minnesota?
Check out the WCCO podcast studio lineup.
Hear the top stories of the day with 4 Things to Know.
Discover top female athletes and teams from around the state on women in sports.
Dive into stories about faith and belief, from your local leaders to your neighbors next door, with Bigger Than Belief.
Stay in the know on the go with the WCCO podcast studio. Go to WCCO.com/podcasts.